I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you an excellent question based on polynomials. The question here is, polynomial 8x to the power of 6 plus 36x to the power of 5 plus bx to the power of 4 plus cx cubed plus dx squared minus 123x minus 72 has real roots at x equals to plus minus 1, double root at x equals to minus 3 over 2, and two complex roots. It's degree 6 polynomials, so those are your 6 roots. The question is to find the product of these complex roots. 4 choices are given to you. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now this is a very tricky question. We know 4 real roots, so let's see what is their product. So one of the root is at plus minus 1. That means we have x plus 1 times x minus 1 as a factor. Then we have a double root at minus 3 by 2. So that means we have 2x plus 3 whole square as another factor, right? So this is a factor of the given polynomial. So we can expand this. So let's try to expand this. So we get what? We get here x squared minus 1 times, this is 4x squared plus 2ab, 4 times 3 is 12x plus b squared, which is 9, correct? So if you multiply this, you get x squared times 4x squared is 4x to the power of 4. And then you can multiply these terms. We get plus 12x cubed plus 9x squared minus 4x squared minus 12x minus 9, right? So combining these terms, we get 4x to the power of 4 plus 12x cubed. 9 and 12 gives us 9 and 4 will give us plus 5x squared. Okay, and then we have minus 12x minus 9. So you notice that the leading coefficient is 4 and the constant is 3, right? If you compare with the function, we have the function given to us as 8x to the power of 6 plus 36x to the power of 5 plus b x to the power of 4 plus c x cubed plus d x squared minus 123x minus 72. Now if you compare these two, the factors in this, that means when you divide this into f of x, you should get a quadratic function, right? So you are looking for a quotient, let's say q of x, which will be, now since we are getting from here, see, from here we get 4x to the power of 4. To get 8x to the power of 6, we need to multiply by 2 times, right? So that means this is 2x squared, clear? Now, on the other hand, if you want to get the constant as minus 72, right? So when you get this constant as minus 72, in that case, we need to multiply this by 8, right? So times 8. So something, let's call this as p times x, the middle term, which we cannot figure out, but we can at least figure out the constant, right? Constant is 8 for us. 8 times minus 9 will give us minus 72. So that constant is going to give us 72. You can see from this result itself, the constant was this term. Do you see this? 9 times minus 1. So we get minus 9. And the leading coefficient was 4x squared times x to the power of 4. Do you get the idea, right? So middle terms could be anything, but the leading coefficient and the constant could directly be found. So from here we found that middle terms could be anything, but these are definitely the leading terms and the constant, right? So we have our quadratic equation which will result into complex roots. Correct? That's given to us. Perfect. Now again, The question for us is find the product of these roots. Now from this, we know the product of this root should be what? C by A, right? So we have the quadratic equation, which is 2x squared plus px plus 8, and therefore now the product of root is ratio of 8 and 2, right? Ratio of 8 and 2, which is equal to 4. And so B is the right option. Does make sense to you? So that is how we are going to solve this particular question. I hope it makes sense. Now this is a very tricky question and you need to really understand the concepts to get the result. That should be very interesting, correct? So feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.